Everyone, welcome to the show. I have a quick update about a newly pardoned January 6th convict. The guy was apparently unalived by the police last weekend. So here's the deal. 42-year-old Indiana resident Matthew Huttle was arrested in November of 2022 for the crimes he committed at the Capitol. And then in August of 2023, Huttle took a plea deal. He pleaded guilty to entering a restricted building or grounds. That was a misdemeanor. It's one of the more serious misdemeanors. And in November of 2023, the judge sentenced Huttle to 6 months in prison and 1 year of probation. And according to the court docket, it looks like Huttle turned himself in to the Bureau of Prisons around January of 2024 to start serving his term. So he completed his January 6th prison sentence in July of 2024. And he was about halfway through his probation period when Donald Trump issued the pardon just a week ago. Well, Huttle had just had another interaction with the police. It did not end well, as I said. Last Sunday, Huttle was apparently stopped by the police, and news outlets are reporting that he resisted arrest. He got into a physical altercation with the officer, and this is what ended up happening. So a local Fox News outlet says that Huttle was in possession of a gun at the time of the stop. The officer was attempting to arrest him at that time, and that is what prompted this physical altercation. As a result, as I mentioned, Huttle was shot and killed. The police are now investigating this matter, as they do with all cases, and the authorities haven't said why Huttle was being arrested in this traffic stop. We don't know why he resisted arrest, but he did have a lengthy criminal history. So the government sentencing memo for Huttle says, quote, Huttle has repeatedly been arrested for driving while intoxicated and operating a vehicle as a habitual traffic offender as a result of the DUIs, and most of these arrests have resulted in conviction. Huttle's criminal history also includes conversion, disorderly conduct, and failure to return to lawful detention. He was charged with resisting law enforcement on 3 separate occasions, attempted aggravated battery, and domestic battery. However, all of these charges were eventually dismissed. Likewise, he has been arrested for public intoxication on multiple occasions, harassment, and criminal mischief, although these charges were also eventually dismissed. And the prosecutor also said that concurrent with his January 6th case, Huttle was facing charges for, quote, disregarding oncoming traffic and almost causing an accident as he displayed signs of intoxication, refused field sobriety tests, and alcoholic beverages were in plain view within the vehicle. Huttle's own attorney had confirmed that he had a long history of excess drinking. In the sentencing memo that they submitted to the court, Huttle's attorney wrote, quote, much of Matt's criminal history and many of the problems in his life in general are directly related to his extreme alcohol abuse. And then Huttle's attorney also said that his client had just been released from jail for drunk driving when he agreed to drive his uncle to the Capitol on January 6th, because apparently they're saying Huttle just didn't have any political bent, like he wasn't into politics, but he did think that January 6th was going to be historic, and his uncle asked for a ride, and he was like, okay, yeah, I have nothing else to do. And then the government noted Huttle had 4 additional pending charges against him based on alleged crimes that he committed after the Capitol attack. So, that could be the impetus for why he didn't want to be arrested again. I don't know. Could be as simple as, he was drunk and maybe just wasn't thinking correctly. I don't know. Again, we don't have any details. This is just pure conjecture that I'm just speculating here. And again, they didn't provide any details, so we'll maybe eventually find out. But Huttle had also, during his January 6th case, in the whole proceeding, He violated his pretrial release conditions, and all of that, his prior history, the crimes that he allegedly committed after January 6th, plus the pretrial release violations, all of that is why he got a longer than normal prison sentence for January 6th. Because normally, with entering a restricted building or grounds, especially if there's a plea agreement, they would maybe get a month, if that, maybe probation. So anyway, I will let you guys know if the police release any additional information that might give us a clue as to why he was being arrested, why he resisted. You have to wonder, though, too, if Trump's pardon has led to these people feeling invincible, I mean, if he just basically told them, you can do whatever you want, you can commit violent crimes, you can commit serious misdemeanors, attack our Capitol, and nothing's going to happen to you. So that could play a part as well. In any case, Huttle sadly leaves behind 2 children, and I'm sure a lot of other people who loved and cared about him. So it's a human being. At the end of the day, it's a human being. So I am not happy to hear that anybody has been killed, I mean, with rare exception, very serious violent people that are, just refuse to stop murder, serial killers. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'd be happy about that. But this is a human being. So, and again, he had 2 children. So anyway, guys, I will let you know when or if I hear more on this. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.